Greetings, travelers. Welcome back. Okay, so
There you go. Go ahead, Bard.
ah, greetings, travelers. Welcome back to tonight's session of Keepers. Daggers of Darkhold. It's been 10,000 years, and we finally back to play some D&D with everybody. Well, tonight's gonna be a shorter session because not all of us are here, but we still gonna rock and roll with some fun shenaniganry. So, where we last left off, the party having left the gala, or the Founders Day gala, after rumors, political intrigue, and getting jobs lined up, the party was ambushed by bounty hunters who were keen on collecting on Izumi's so-called 500 gold reward. The parties managed to defeat most of them, and one of the bandits who was in league with the bounty hunters had surrendered and was willing to give information to Izumi. They would meet tomorrow night at the edge of town, where they'll discuss the who put the bounty on Izumi's head. Meanwhile, as the party has lined up a few jobs, they've been paid 650 gold for not only completing their mission by actually setting up a sit-down with Silas Blackthorn, to the unbeknownst to Zackary, who basically spearheaded the operation without even knowing it. They also got into the good graces of Lord Hemlock Vetinari II, patrician of Xyla. Well, more so Sumire, because during the gala she ended up becoming fast friends with his daughter Sophia, which in turn got them to be cordial. So yeah. Now the party is going to be enjoying their a bit of time off as a bit of celebration at the festival is underway, as Malum said he was gonna scope out the gladiators battle royale a little bit earlier, so he'd probably catch up with you guys a little bit later.
He's busy checking who to place his bets on.
Exactly.
Also, basically, as Izumi gets ready to go talk with this this criminal to to investigate, to interrogate, Maramil's going to, because Maramil has fucking eyes all over the house, because they have, well, at this point, two people keeping eyes out. Maramil is going to, after their 4 hours rest, get ready to go out with Izumi, because Maramil will just very very much inform Izumi, I do not trust you to be by yourself anymore. You'll have to re-earn that trust.
Izumi just looks at you, looks like she's about to say something, but stays quiet.
Good, so no objections. Also, are you really going to wear that on a night out?
Yes. Is there a problem?
I suppose with the type of people we're talking to, I suppose it's not a problem in the slightest.
I don't see a problem. Hello, I'm here.
Hello there, Zackary. Would you mind, holding down the fort, so to speak, while Miss Izumi and I go, or would you rather come with us?
I don't have siege training. Oh, you meant the expression of, well, making sure that nobody tries to upend our plans here in our little house of safety. Right,
Would you like me to teach you how to set up a basic tripwire hook?
No. I will, however, do as you instruct and make sure that nobody enters our place of dwelling. There's lots of dogs outside. It's today, it seems. Be careful with those, Miss Izumi. You don't want to get caught up with those.
No, I do not.
Maramil kind of like glances back at Izumi like, do you actually have like a... Well, whatever. Questions for later. And Maramil just kind of like nods and says, I trust that you'll give anyone who tries to break in and enter a nasty end.
An end? I'm not sure about that, however. I will make sure to have them have a, well, if they are not our allies, a very bad time. If they are our allies, however, I may entertain them with a performance. On that note, I was actually planning to go purchase some items that could improve my, well, my little showmanship. But if I am to remain here, then I will do just that. Just don't be surprised if you see this place redecorated a little bit.
Well, I would imagine that an aesthete like you wouldn't rearrange anything into anything other than something better.
I'm thinking going for a bit of an avant-garde design here. Tilt every portrait just a little bit. That way it'll add a particular sense of chaotic energy, the likes of which our group seems to exude.
What's it called? Like, Sumire is going to, like, from, like, behind the bar, just kind of like, please don't do that, I think you'll raise Mr. Constantine's blood temperature.
When you say that, Izumi's eyes do also widen. Like, if you do that, she is going to, like, fix all of them at night.
Well, in that case I'll think of something else. Honestly, I need a particular level of change in my environments if I am to keep myself inspired to create more, well, works of art.
That is very true. In any case, I can most likely rely on... well, actually, considering he's currently indisposed, well, in any case, at the very least in the morning, we can go help you buy your items.
Of course. I suppose in the meantime I'll make sure your vampire spawn assistant is not running out at night and killing people. Or maybe we'll kill one. At least to someone that won't be missed. You know, like another one of the Maxios, but maybe that will leave that one for later.
Honestly, that would be quite fun. Just do remember to tell me all the details afterwards.
I jest, of course. I will not place your assistant's life on the line again. You know, who knows? Maybe next time we won't be as lucky. But on that note, I now retire to this dreadful dullness prison that you have thrust upon me. Now, I bid you both... Oh, what do you say?
No.
I bid you both farewell and good luck in this night out in the town with the fellas. That is the expression, right?
You could say so.
In that case, do whatever it is that the fellas gathering are doing. Play games of chance, ask a lady of the night out, or ingest copious amounts of arcane narcotics.
Maramil kind of like looks over to Samira and says, "Don't do any of that ever." Okay.
Otherwise,
Izumi looks at Maramil after Maramil doesn't like refute the point.
otherwise you'll end up like us.
but yeah, as I will say that as like Izumi and Maramil do like, are like outside, like going to the thing, like Maramil will constantly be pointing out like, oh, look at that store, that would be interesting, or like, like that seems like a fun place to go, and like while we're just like walking to the fucking rendezvous point. Don't you want to take a stop by that stand? They seem to be selling hot dogs. I'm not entirely sure if I'm in the mood for eating canine flesh, but how about you?
No. We're going to meet the person.
Yeah, suit yourself. Ooh, that is a very nice jewelry store. Have you ever had earrings? Would you even put earrings on your head, on the ones on your head, or do you have? How many ears do you have?
2.
Well, that's that mystery solved.
You wouldn't be the first person to ask.
Shall we try some out though? I see that there are very nice ring ones that would work very well with your hair color.
No.
It's very strange it's very strange going out with someone who refuses to deviate from the plan. Usually that's the top prerogative of most people. But this is fine too.
About earlier, you seem awfully surprised at the fact I have a bounty and people after me.
I suppose it's less surprised. You're not exactly the type of person who seems like they wouldn't have a bounty. Your face is very framed perfectly for wanted posters. They say as like they hold up like the index finger and the thumb to like frame you.
Yeah.
But it's more of a case that it's strange to me that you decided to withhold that information from any of us. You wouldn't think any of us would think less of you, would you? We're all kind of screwed up in one way or another. It's a miracle not all of us are on wanted posters.
I didn't survive as long by trusting anybody, you know.
I take your point. That's very, very fair. I would not ask you to put your trust in us, per se. In fact, I believe we might just be the most untrustworthy, the most untrustworthy people in all of Dorfing. But, at the very least, you can trust an untrustworthy person to be untrustworthy.
You're right about that.
In any case, this isn't about trust. This is about making sure that none of us are compromised. And you seem unacquainted to working as part of any sort of group. In fact, thinking about it, all of your spells seem to catch people in an area like you're used to being a man against the world, so to speak.
You could say that.
What I'm saying is, you signed up for this contract, and you seem to be the type of person who's very interested in keeping that contract. And that contract requires you to work in a squad. So I would hope that you eventually realize that that contract requires you to learn how to work as a team. Not trusting, but making sure that you're not compromising anyone along the way. And who knows, maybe we'll end up not compromising you.
Would be ideal.
Well, hopefully you take that to heart. After all, it's doesn't make a very good student if you don't take constructive criticism very well. And I am going to be teaching you. I am still holding up that end of the bargain.
I appreciate it.
Well, you seem raring to go at interrogating this poor fella, so I suppose we should make our way there.
Alrighty. As you make your way through the city, it takes you about 3. Now, here's the thing. The location Izumi had said on foot, it's gonna take you like friggin' 3 hours to walk. Because it is big city.
Mm-hmm.
However, you guys can pay a coach to take you there in like 20 minutes.
Do you have any money on you? I don't have any money on me.
How much would a coach cost?
It's coach ride will charge you about,
Yeah.
I'd say 15 silver. So golden 5.
Okay, yep, that's fine. Easily, we can definitely afford that.
You're going to have to pay for Maramil.
Do I pay per coach or per person?
Oh, that's a good question. Per person.
So
We're
that's
in like fucking New York of like fantasy worlds.
yeah.
3 gold, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 gold for the coach. Yeah, friggin' coach rides are in a big city is expensive. Which is
Let's
why
see,
some
so-
people just have horses or their own personal coaches.
As we load in, like Izumi, I meant just gets up immediately, but like Maramil is like standing outside, kind of like putting their hand up, like expecting you to like help them into the carriage. As they just like, well, no, you're not sure if they're staring at you because you never see their eyes.
Izumi looks at you for a moment until she realizes what you're trying to do, and like politely and almost like a noble-like fashion, presents a hand for you to like grab on.
See, you are getting the hang of this. As they kind of like load in, and you actually do see like they kind of move in like a dainty fashion, and you kind of expect that they're kind of like just like being a dick right now, but you do see like their legs are actually very shaky, and they might have like genuinely needed the help in, but they settle down.
Okay. So I'm gonna take y'all yeah, the friggin' over. I'll ping where you guys would end up. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, you could basically just end up on the other side of town,
Okay.
In a dimly lit alley on the north side of town, waiting patiently, a hooded lizard folk begins tapping his talons on the cobblestone floors, patiently awaiting for your arrival. As I shall change the music and put you to a different map.
Well, Miss Izumi, I'll let you take this one initially, and I'll be here for support. I'll be, looming menacingly in the back. Oh, I could be like your bodyguard. That could be interesting. I'm not quite that imposing, though.
Alrighty, and
Oh, all business. Alright, fair enough. As she just keeps, like, silent.
Yeah.
Should I put my hood up or down? Oh, I'll keep it down.
At this point, like from Izumi's perspective, Maramil is just like talking more and more to get her to speak, and she's not taking the bait.
Yeah, like I'm imagining like there's like just like Maramil's like muffled tinnitus in Izumi's ears.
Basically.
alrighty.
By the way, your shoes are untied.
She doesn't look down because she knows she tied her shoes.
You know, you're going to look really stupid if you don't tie your shoelaces.
Ah, you forgot to clean up the map,
I
boy.
forgot to clean the map.
You forgot to clean up the map.
I saw we're professionals. What's it called? The ghost of Zackary will whisper in Maramil's ear and say, "Keep the hood up for aesthetic purposes."
Did you hear Zackary just now? I did. Hood up then.
I think I did as well. What? She looks around confused. Did he follow us?
No, he's a good boy. He follows orders. I think he's just affecting us.
Izumi freaks out and what the hell does that mean? But she has a mission right now.
You must grow eyes on the inside.
Well, that's just gross. Are you sure you're not going to tie your left shoelace?
Izumi remains steadfast.
Place yourselves around the corner.
Wait, hold on.
It's not letting me.
Yeah, wait, we can't play our tokens.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know, play them for us.
I believe, yeah, it may be a Roll20 glitch.
Yeah.
As it tends to be often the case.
Roll 20 glitching on us again.
I'll migrate my games to Foundry one day.
Look forward to Foundry VTT. No, just kidding. Please, Roll20 sponsor me. I love your platform despite the glitches.
I love you, Roll20. Everyone say I love you, Roll20.
I love you, Roll20.
No one else.
Anyways, so yeah. So
Maramil is actually going to
walks
tap
up.
on you and give you enhance ability charisma, I will say.
She probably needs it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you walk up, you see the lizard folk kind of looking around, making sure he ain't being followed, and also looking to see where you are.
Yeah. I'm scary. Oh my god! Okay, fair enough, I guess.
Izumi is here on a mission.
Jesus Christ, she's locked in.
But don't do that. Scared me half to death. I didn't think you'd come.
I did. And now we're here to chat. Starting off simple, who sent you here? After me.
Well, there was an open bounty. News was spreading in the underworld. Some folks were looking for information. If not, folks were talking about upping it. Seeing how dangerous you might be.
And do you have any clue on who set this open bounty?
Didn't hear it from me, but heard some buddies of mine talking about some fancy guy rolled into Arzia one day, a couple days ago. Started asking a few questions. Then mentioned the saintly fiend.
Does that mean anything to Izumi?
Make me a history check with an advantage.
Could I also make a check, or is that like something
Yeah,
that I
both of
would have known?
y'all's.
Okay.
Yeah, both of y'all's.
Well, Izumi's fucking got it, but
17 and a 21. The wheels start to click. You remember all the way back when you busted up Karthos Creed's operation. You found a shipping manifest, and it was signed by the Saintly Fiend.
Okay, so Izumi's just like thinking to herself right now, so some dude rolls up, starts doing business and sets an open bounty for Izumi. But she kind of has nothing else to, like, go off or ask.
if Izumi is like kind of like stumped, like looks a bit stumped, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just processing the information right now.
yeah, Maramil will kind of like go up and like ask. So, if the person who set this bounty is who we think it is, then that's interesting, petty, but interesting. Do you know at all where the whereabouts of the saintly fiend might be at the moment? Off continent or incontinent?
Most I know, say about maybe 2 days. He left Ozzy about 2 days ago. For what I know, he's a real tall guy. Dresses in red, fancy shades, smoke. Got a funky tattoo.
Oh, that farce. Very well. Well, in that case, kind of like stretches their neck. I think I might know who our target is. To nip this whole bounty hunting thing in the bud, so we don't run into any more random encounters.
I do believe I know who they're talking about as well.
Well, they can't have gone far. Unless they use a teleportation spell, of course. I would imagine they were able to afford one. Say, where are the nearest teleportation circles?
There's one at the airship station. That's further towards the docks, and there's one on the other side of town.
I would imagine they keep records of who goes in and who goes out. This city is quite meticulous. However, it might not be as simple as procuring those papers by just simply going up and asking. That being said, we could ask the guild for a jurisdiction, for a warrant.
That we indeed could.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What do you think of partner's outfit, by the way?
What?
We are not here to discuss that.
Is it like would you go out into the town wearing, this? I'm just asking. I'm not insinuating any insult, I'm just wondering.
I mean,
Izumi stares daggers.
I mean, it's all right, I guess. Not much of a suit person myself.
Suppose you wouldn't be. I imagine the collars tend to chafe the scales.
Yeah.
Well, that's very fair.
Anyway, back on topic. You seem to know quite a lot about, well, what's going on. Which means you can probably spread information around, can you not?
I can.
Alright, I'll give you a simple mission then. You are to let people know that you failed to capture me, and that I ran out of town, headed west.
All right. But recent palms is gonna be a bit.
Wait, what did he say?
Recent palms is gonna be a bit expensive.
Well, that's your problem to solve, not mine.
I'll say with your friggin' nat 20 intimidation check, you just automatically see
Yeah.
Like, all right, fair enough.
You do your mission and you never have to see me again. Simple.
Unless we get
Right.
famous.
I would rather not.
I suppose infamous makes more sense. In the crime world. You're the only one with a wanted poster. We all still need to get ours.
Why do you want a wanted poster?
Oh, what? Does my face not frame as good as her? I suppose it would be a bit annoying to draw out all of the intricate patterns on my cloak.
I mean, not too many people want to get tracked down by bounty hunters.
If we're traveling in a group at that point, just make it more worth it for them, right? Maybe they'll fight harder. Maybe it'll be easier. Maybe it'll be harder to kill.
And Draconic, he just says, friggin' adventurers.
What's it called? And in Draconic, I respond back because I have Draconic. Less adventurers, more people who think that a bunch of random goons coming after us is beneath our time.
He kinda has that awkward stare like, Alright, I'll start spreading the word. You didn't hear it from me. And you didn't hear it from me.
Do we even know his name? Kind of asking Izumi.
Don't believe so.
I don't think we could tell anyone, even if we wanted to.
As he's kind of walking away, it's someone of the. You know how lizard reptiles don't really cry? What is that stupid anime thing of like,
Yeah.
I told you my name. Y'all
Yeah.
forgot about me.
You know he was looking at you weirdly because of the untied shoelace, right?
Izumi still doesn't look down.
You're going to trip.
Anyways, where do y'all's go after you get that info?
I think, like, the smartest thing to do would be to, like, really just, like, if anything, like, head home and, like, do some Marvel's just gonna, like, do some paperwork to apply for a fucking warrant. Like, guilds are, even though the Keepers Guild are, the Keepers Guild are a mercenaries guild. They have complete reason to have authority to, like, give warrants out and stuff. Because obviously that's just, like, to do with the job as bounty hunting, mercenary stuff. So, yeah, no, Maramil is just going to be, like, filing a warrant to obtain papers on, like, people coming in and out using the teleportation circles.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't set this map up. However, because of that, and because of how the rules of the city works, you're gonna have to go to the friggin' Custodo's headquarters.
No, I was specifically, like, wanting to go to Keeper's headquarters. Or rather, like, write a letter to Keeper's headquarters and get them to do the bureaucracy for us.
Oh, I got you.
Because we're small fry in the Keepers.
Yeah,
We're not
small fry.
We're not high rank, but if we get, like, one of the higher ups to deal with that, we have a higher likelihood of actually securing that warrant.
Okay, so you write a letter.
This is what having a job does to you. It makes you realize how to do this sort of thing. It's horrible. Never get a job, kids.
Oh boy. Anyway, so I guess you just send a letter to Flame Vommel, who is your handler. Hey, Flame, could you do us a solid and deal with this bureaucracy of corrupt cops?
Feel like Flame is going to be, like, so fucking, like, relieved but also confused when they get, like, a really, like, nicely written, handwritten, formal, respectful letter, because that's just how Maramil writes.
Okay, so you write a letter. As you're writing the letter, I'd say there would be a stationery in there. You find, like, I'd say behind the bar where you'd find the stationery, there's a note. Oh wait, Maramil didn't get the pamphlet, so they don't know what it says.
Yeah.
Izumi, however, You would know in Thieves' Cant, because this is a coded message. If for reports to the guild, write the use inspelled ink and place and set letter ablaze. It will materialize to intended target.
Someone left their shopping list here. Kind of picks it up after like Izumi reads it. Who's buying pineapples? They're not even in season. Who? Oh, it's probably dear Zackary. Dear Zackary, we can't get pineapples.
Enchanted ink, set it ablaze.
I mean, if you want to go ahead, I won't stop you.
You can also eat it. That'll destroy it for sure.
No, that's what the message says.
Oh, of
Message?
course.
Did you get a sending, Miss Izumi?
She gestures at the letter that you're holding.
Pineapples, bacon, maple syrup. I hope they're not trying to... Oh, I see your meaning. This is a code or something.
You didn't think that criminals would write in plain writing, would you?
Well, yes, but dear Zackary and Malum are also here, and I would trust them to leave something like this lying around.
You make a good point.
Well... Did they provide us with any unspelled ink?
Essentially, yes. It
Okay.
is the same ink that they use to make. It's essentially the same ink they use for writing in spell books.
Okay. So, in that case, yeah, Maramil can easily write that out, and they do have, fucking... Does thaumaturgy let... No, it just flickers flames. It doesn't let you...
You just
Is it-
throw it in
is
the
it-
fireplace.
Yeah, that's true.
Izumi will give you the ink, but she will, like... Maramil
What's it? Yeah,
will just, like, whisper to Maramil that, like, don't give it to Zackary. I'm not sure what he's gonna do with it, but...
Understood. Unless he asks for it.
That's the opposite of what I said, but fine.
I'm just kidding with you.
Amazing.
And eventually, like, Maramil writes that out and, like, throws it into the fire. How, what's it called, Maramil? Just, like, kind of, like, at the fireplace. Well, I believe that might be the... all that we had for the evening. Unless any of you wanted to do something else. We could go buy the things that their Zackary was planning on, but it might be a bit late.
Nightly shopping. I don't know how that's a problem, says the Damphir.
Meanwhile, by the time you get back, most of the stores are closed.
Probably. Not that Zackary
could
would
just-
care or no. Go ahead.
We could just take the items.
Right. The absence of payment, the crime, as it were, of stealing.
Well, what are we supposed to do if they're not selling anything at this hour? And we need our items so desperately.
We could always leave behind a couple of coins and a note that says we paid for it.
That we could.
I think that's an acceptable course of action.
Hey, it took y'all's what 16 sessions to finally break it.
Finally do
Break
crime.
in.
Uh,
Yeah.
To finally do crime. Miss Izumi, would you like to help us participate in crime?
Izumi just like turns towards you, and you can see that her wine glass is like half. It's halfway like off the table at this point. Where are we going?
Where are we going to, Zackary?
There is a shop within a walking distance of this location. A music shop sells all sorts of different arrangements for instruments and as well as artistry. And if I remember correctly, roughly 100 years ago, they used to have a lots of different magical items that may assist in the creation of such performances. I'm looking for a wand that hack back at the gala had, or at least a similar one, that is. He got it by being a boot kisser at some academy, but we will get it through more interesting means.
If I had known y'all were going to steal shenanigans, I would have set up. But it's okay. I'll think of something. I'll think of something.
Like, Maramil will kind of head off, and like you just kind of hear them call up the stairs, little Sumire, come down. We're going on a trip. We're going to do a crime. What? Why? Shouldn't we not do that? Oh, don't be such a worrywart. The time to be a kid is now. And we all need to be in touch with our inner child sooner or later. So we're going to do a crime. It was dear Zackary's idea.
Well, a crime is a bit of an overstatement, I imagine. We're merely repositioning an item that no longer that is wasted in the hands of its current owners.
Oh, so like Robin Hood.
Who?
You know the ranger from Kree, the Robin Hood. He's a Arakokra who steals from the rich and gives to some other rich people. But it's like,
I thought it was a herring gun. I heard stories. Some other stories say that this is an arcana lot with a fox head. But regardless, whatever. Now that rings a bell, sure, it'll be exactly like that. Except we are taking from the working class to take from us. No, obviously. One meager magical wand missing is not going to break down an entire shop overnight. We're merely taking exactly what we need, or rather what I need. And and after that,
he's honest about it.
And after that, we can go and sleep soundly in our respective beds, or whatever it is people that sleep in. How does that sound?
And we will need your expertise, dear Sumire. You mean my teleportation? Yes, quite. Don't you worry, you won't be in any danger or any harm of getting caught by the authorities. We will be taking the fall for it if it ever happens, and we'll be trusting you to get us out of jail. And by that I mean trusting you to get dear Constantine to call my lawyer. Again, should we should we just not do this?
I finally have a map for it now.
No, oh, well. You can suggest us not doing it all this time, but it's either I go steal it now or I go purchase it later. And also, I wouldn't be stealing. I'll be leaving behind, say, I don't know, 100 gold pieces. That seems like an accurate price for it. Maybe 50 at most.
Wait, if just purchasing it later is an option, why don't you... Shush. Again... in touch with her inner child. Listen, you'll have fun, I promise you. When have I ever strayed you wrong? I guess never? I think? Exactly. Come now. Let us go. Evil ne'er-do-wells in the night.
Y'all are some dorks.
I wouldn't
you
We
say
should have
nerd. I wouldn't say nerd duels. We're doing a lot of good by repositioning this item.
It's their fault for having the shop closed at this time.
Right, I was very willing to go out and purchase it, but now I have to make my way in and remove the item and then leave behind the currency. Again, I'm not too familiar with how currencies handle nowadays. My perception of the meager things such as economy or law, it tends to be quite blurred when you live for around 200 years with a vampire. Now,
Like, fucking Samira just has, just the pursed lips going like, like the entire time.
now, don't worry. This time around, no one should be hurt or killed. I don't think. And if somebody does end up hurt or killed, it won't be us. So we don't need to worry about that.
Precisely.
Now, shall we? It's a bit of a walk from here. So I will lead the way. I think I remember where it is. It's been it's been quite some time.
Alright. So yeah, you guys walk over to the music store that's literally like 2 blocks from your safe house. You could have just waited in the morning when it opens, but no, you wanted to go and rob the place.
We are
Which is
villains.
fine. So yeah, y'all's villains. So yeah, I shall take y'all's to a new map. Let me
just place down now.
yeah, that just place down now. And it's funny because it's literally like right next to the safe house map. That's how quick I was.
Hmm.
You
fuck?
arrive at you arrive at Bertram's Bardic Supplies Center.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. So yeah, you arrive at Bertram's Bardic Supply Center. Currently, it is now closed. This small, one-story shop is situated near the harbor. Currently, sitting outside is a chain that is wrapped around the door handles, and a crudely written sign that says, in Common, Elvish, Gnomish, Halfling, Goblin, and Dwarvish, closed. Come back at 6 a.m.
That sign cannot stop me. Not because I cannot read, but because I don't care. Also, I can't put down my fucking token in the map for some reason.
Yeah, none of us can.
Hey, I don't know,
I don't know what the
why.
glitch is happening at the moment.
But yeah, I'll just put y'all down myself. Lamp.
Where is
And
it?
Yuri as well.
I don't actually know how well equipped any of us are at breaking and entering.
I think the
Y'all's
only
never
one-
scoped this place out either, so
The only one
You're
that-
just
go
going
here.
here, stealing, and then
Go
leaving.
steal.
Like,
Oh, boy.
Miss Izumi, do something.
Yep.
I will also do something here, and I will, just do a little ditty on my fucking violin, and I'm going to cast otherworldly gaze.
Noise.
Wait, what did I say?
I said it's gonna make so much fucking noise.
No, it's not. It's not even like a me playing something. It's just gonna be like a ting, just plucking like a little
Okay.
like a little string, and I'm going to cast otherworldly gaze on myself. Advantage on perception checks. Automatically sense the presence of eldritch creatures within 120 feet of me. I can see the true form of shape changer in front of me that isn't transformed by magic. That is transformed by magic. If I am blind, I regain sight. I don't think I was blind, to be completely honest. So,
I mean, in some ways, we're all blind.
well, you are correct, Maramil. We are blind to the nature of the cosmos, and one day our eyes will open.
Alright.
But not today.
No.
Today we steal. So,
If you think about it, nobody entirely quite knows if I have eyes or not.
I assume that you use that blindfold in front of you as a means of magical sight.
Quite intuitive. I would expect you to have some sort of more elaborate explanation for it, but
Well, I
interesting
could just
nonetheless.
say you actually use the eyes of your assistants to see. That's why you have them around on every mission.
Ooh, that's a good one. Not heard that one before.
Or maybe
Okay.
you actually see everything from a bird's eye perspective.
And we all look like circular tokens.
Oh lord. Anyways, Izumi, you walk in front of a warehouse entrance. In front of you are two sturdy wooden doors. As you try to go and open them, it appears to be locked from the inside.
Are there any can Izumi just look for any slits to see if it's like a wooden board blocking it, or if it's like a lock mechanism?
Give me a perception or investigation check.
I realize, y'all, I'm out of bardic inspirations.
Oh
Yeah, that's right, because you used it up.
And I don't think well, actually, Zackary
Also,
was
you-
alone for like a while in the house. Like, would that have counted as a short rest?
It took him like a good minute, so I'd say it would have. I'd
Okay.
say it would have counted for a short rest.
Let me see. I do believe my.
You were
yeah.
doing light activities.
Yeah, so never mind. So I do have my bardic inspirations. What's it called?
I'll give you guidance as well, Izumi.
I will. Yeah, I will do. I'll do bardic inspiration on Izumi, and saying
What's
don't-
guidance?
my guidance is D4, I think.
D4, yeah.
Bardic inspiration
I mean,
at least.
I thought, what's it? That Maramil just said that,
Oh, no. I'm saying that. Okay.
okay.
Zackary will say, "Don't mess this up. It'll be extremely embarrassing."
But it would be funny. That's the guidance.
15.
15.
Huh.
You'd notice there is a iron bar that locks the doors. However, unlike most places, you can't seem to. It's not like one of those. Oh, it's just a standard little bar that you just slide down on a door and then you're done with it. No, it's one of those. Oh, it locks into something else, so you're gonna have to go in from the inside to unlock it.
We could brute force it. I do have a hammer.
Or climb through a window
We
and use a hammer. Go ahead.
Yeah, are there any other possible entrances?
There's front door, and then there's a couple of side entry ways. I'll reveal more of the map from the sides.
Yeah, especially because Zackary has walked over.
I'm going to look around this corner. I see darkness imprisoning me. All that I see. What's it called? There we go. As an alley. Dark alley. The wonder you could create scenarios of illicit transactions.
Okay, we have time, so Izumi is just gonna plan on just like walking a full circle around the store to just like, scope it out, because I mean, that's not gonna be suspicious, it's just walking.
What will be suspicious?
Samira is going to like literally just be hiding. Like, I'm just gonna stealth her.
Hide for a
Oh
moment.
wow, yeah. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Wouldn't it look more suspicious for like a young girl to be walking around alone, like, like around here? Like, I don't know.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, Izumi can like just like say, "Oh, I'm walking my
niece.
little sister, niece." Yeah, there you go, niece. If anything, Samira looks more related to Zackary.
I'm not your dad.
But
So-
yeah.
So it's Samira's just like tagging along. That works.
Be careful down
Yeah,
those alleyways. You might run into someone trying to sell you illicit substances. Say yes, but then turn around and shank them. That way, they will never see it coming.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, don't do that, Samira.
Okay.
The shanking or the accepting of the illicit substances? Jesus.
Don't do drugs to kids.
Well, while they're investigating the surrounding perimeter, Father Maramil, what should we do?
That's a good question. We have been left unsupervised.
Never do that with me. We already know this.
It would be very funny to just hammer down the walls.
It probably would, but considering the brickwork, it might take us a good couple of hours to knock down an entire wall. I would.
True.
I would, however, say that actually, with my improved perception, do I notice something? Because of the otherworldly gaze?
Oh yeah, because your fucking grasp perception is amazing.
At least technically improved by 5, so I would have like 19. Bart? Disappeared into the cosmos. Oh, there you go.
So with a passive of 19, it seems quiet in this area here. However, if you started moving around, say over here, you would have heard snoring.
Well, over here, where are you picking it?
Focus pain. Over here, you would have
Okay.
heard some snoring sounds.
Actually, if you think about it, we could waterlog the metal. I could create water within the small slit that we found.
Rust it and then destroy it. Intriguing approach. But we're not here to make this look like amateur work. We are professionals, Father Maramil. We must perform this transaction as such. And I also hear some snoring inside, so we might awaken the people.
Izumi checks her shoelace.
Here's what we could do. Question mark. It's done.
Because Samira was gonna like as like when Izumi ducked down to do it, like Samira was like, I was going to point it out, but I didn't want to be rude.
Wait, so it was actually undone?
Yeah.
Izumi's disappointed herself.
Okay, so Izumi, as you go around the back, you see what looks like a little makeshift jetty for shipments to be brought in. Unlike how it is on the map, there is no ship.
Okay. I can't see like in front of me.
That's because there is a wall.
Okay, so all I can see is just like this tiny.
Yeah, from the angle you're at, you can't really see anything unless you jumped into the water.
Actually,
Izumi's gonna use her familiar then to just like scout out the entire place.
Okay then.
Just do a fly around.
Fly around. Bloop.
Miss Izumi, when you looked through the hole, were you able to actually make out a bit of the warehouse inside?
No, I was not. Only the locking mechanism.
If we're able to get any view inside, Miss Sumira can teleport in. It's at this moment we all, I think, collectively realize, Marvel, what the fuck are you doing here? You left Zackary alone.
I know what to do. What does Zackary do? Zackary walks up the wall. You walk up onto the top of the roof.
Jesus, you okay? You're right.
Oh, yeah, I just laughed in a wrong way and
Damn.
you hurt my chest. Fuck!
Jesus. Yeah, Zackary would walk up the roof. Well, not walk up the roof all the way to the roof at the very least, but like walk up the wall. Like, there's no balconies, you know.
Nope,
or
this is
maybe
a
like,
one-story building.
is there like a ceiling light maybe? Like, well, not ceiling light, but what the fuck is it called? Like the it's like
Air
ceiling
vent?
windows of sorts. Like they're
No,
kinda-
there's
Yeah, like the
not a
warehouse
ceiling
ones.
window.
yeah. What did I say?
There is no ceiling window.
Damn, not even the warehouse. Damn.
Nope.
What's it called? A chimney.
There's a warehouse.
There is a chimney. However, you are too
thin, yeah.
big.
But you know
who isn't too
you know
big?
who isn't though.
Oh,
what's
Lord.
it called?
We're doing the Victorian child approach, y'all.
What's it called?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It is a chimney for a stove. One of those old school rocket stoves, the really thin ones.
no, damn. So that might not even work. Well, I mean, Zackary's just gonna like walk across the roof basically and like come back down like around the wall here.
As you do that, make me a stealth check real quick. Well, are you
sure.
being stealthy?
I
Question
mean,
mark.
yeah, because he, despite him being kind of like a loose state, so to speak, he understands the situation enough to know that we probably don't want to be seen. Ding, 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 ding.
So, as you go, doop, 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 doop.
I hear stuff
Okay.
with my passive perception.
You hear some movement inside. Something might have heard you. You're not sure what.
He's gonna walk back down this wall over here, look over and say, no ceiling windows. There's a tiny chimney, but I believe it might be small even for Sumira.
Wasn't going down the chimney anyways, even if you asked me to.
Aren't you supposed to do everything Father Maramil asks you to?
Within reason. Maramil just kind of says like, this one doesn't have a sense of adventure yet. We're working on it.
Work on it harder. We, in that case, also I think somebody might have heard me while I was walking up the roof. That's fine.
If we can lure them out and open the warehouse, that could be interesting. Sumire could try to trap them with a phantasmal force.
And then I cast blind ambush. No, and and
It
then
would provide a non-lethal way to not to dispose of them temporarily.
You do realize that if we're dealing with a shopkeep, which we most likely are, we don't require spells. We can just walk on inside and there's nothing they can do to stop us.
secret of the trade, Miss Izumi. Never underestimate your opponent unless they deserve to be underestimated. After all,
Unless they desire to be underestimated?
Exactly. For example, from an outsider's perspective, myself, I am just a simple minstrel or a bard. But you all know that I'm much more than just that. A shopkeep, especially one who handles in the art of artistry and the musical talents, may yet have some tricks up their sleeve.
Singing a song to us?
Yes.
Izumi's gonna look for a front entrance.
What do you think?
There is a front door.
Oh, front door.
Where's it?
Reveal.
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh, it's up here.
On the left side.
He's just gonna knock.
Alright, you knock on
Are
the
we just-
door.
Are we just doing a robbery? That
Okay,
might be
so
fun.
So you knock on the door. The boop. You start to hear some movement. What was your passive again?
Minus 13.
Mine is,
Okay.
assuming 10 minutes haven't passed, mine is still 19.
Okay.
Mine is 12.
Oh.
Wait, no, it's fucking not.
You're a cleric, I was gonna say,
Wait, hold
what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, wait, yeah. It's because I had the -5 modifier for when I was exhausted. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. 17. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so you hear like breathing and like a scratch at the door.
Well, that's really gross. Holy shit. Are we dealing with like an incel? Dear
I
Zackary?
don't know what that term is. That seems a bit too recent for me.
They're like monks, but weird pervert monks.
Like,
Izumi just knocks again.
okay, you knock again. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, they were furry too.
I think that may just be a dog.
And because of that, you hear multiple dogs that probably gotten woken up.
Do they all run the store together?
It's like that old painting of the dogs playing Three Dragon Ante.
As I'd say, like 5 minutes go by, you hear like the sounds of footsteps coming up some stairs.
Hide. Ding dong ditch. I hope you know what you're doing, Mrs.
Milo,
Lee.
Rufus, Theodore, what's all this racket?
Izumi knocks again.
We're closed. Come back in a few hours.
Open up now. We're here to make a purchase.
There's a sign. We're closed. Come back in a few hours. Good night.
I don't care. This is my final warning. Open up.
Oh, warning.
What's going on?
I won't repeat myself. We're here to make a purchase.
Is this
Come
is this
back in like
negotiation?
2 hours.
You do not understand, the good sir or ma'am. We are here because we believe there is an item of utmost importance that we require to perform our duties. For if you do not grant us this item, it may mean it may signify the end of the modern world as we know it.
Come back in 2 hours and I'll see what I can do. Most of the stuff's locked up anyway. Good night.
I do not mean.
Izumi starts getting ready a thunder wave. She doesn't cast it just yet, but she's readying it.
Oh, this is much more fun than I thought it was going to be.
I do not mean
So
to alarm.
your ears.
I do not mean to alarm you, but I didn't want to use this information. I wanted to play it everything low key. You have just now been drafted and recruited into a most important investigation. Are you familiar with the murder that happened to Angelica Maxio a couple of days ago? Well, actually, 2 days ago.
Yes, a couple of days ago. That's what couple means too.
What's that gotta do with me?
We are private investigators hired by the city of Sila in order to look into it. We have a reasonable cause to believe that you stole a number of various items of interest to the Maxios over the course of your career.
Slide the warrant under the door.
Here's our warrant.
Yeah, here's our warrant. Izumi, this thing. Izumi.
Izumi casts level 2 thunder wave.
Okay, you cast Thunderwave.
Out to 300 feet. We immediately get like a 4-star rating, like just like up in the fucking corner of the screen.
Does the door open up?
Let me look at the AC and HP of a wooden door.
Is this not one of those like it deals double damage to objects type of spells, or am I?
It
mistaken?
doesn't say that. That's more of shatter.
That's shatter, yeah.
Mhm.
Is this
Okay.
door secured properly?
Yes, it is secured properly. Let's see. Wooden door. Okay, so the door is gone.
Is the person like visible?
Let's see. It's a 15-foot cube that's in front of you. 5, 10, 15.
Well, more as in like visible to Maramil once the doors fly off.
Well, here's the thing. I gotta make a saving throw because something was in the radius.
Don't make us like kill a dog, Bard.
I mean, unfortunately, because
It's
of
a
how
dog, they don't have souls.
Jesus.
Well,
let's see. What's the save? Wait.
I think that makes it.
Yeah.
That makes the save. However, half of 17 is friggin'. Let's see, 16. Okay, so.
I can't understand.
Dog is bloodied.
Jesus.
okay.
Alright.
Is the person available? Like, can I see them?
Kid, and they are pissed. You
Are
see
they
this
Elvis?
You see this half elf. Just tired with like a night. What are you doing to my
Sleep.
store? You look at them. They
Half
look
elf.
at you. I'm an elf.
I couldn't
What?
tell. You have some very strange hair.
We're here to
Well,
make a
you-
purchase. This is
Um, but-
non-negotiable.
Look. You're gonna have to pay for the door.
We can do that.
You have
Listen.
200 gold.
Yes.
I
Not
think-
on me, but I can get that.
I think my gold is somewhere in the 4 digits. What's the
We can pay for the door. We are not gonna pay for the door.
not
you are
un-
for
I
not
suppose so.
opening for us.
not unless you give us an item. An
You
item
could
of
have waited 2 hours.
shush. Shush. We don't have much time. That was very loud. Now, in 2 things. One of conducting chop chop. Second, your whole inventory about that you've given out over the past a list that contains your ledger of your inventory that you've given this past month.
And also your shoes.
I don't.
I think it will be funny.
Why
I think it
my
will be funny.
shoes?
I don't
We're
know.
taking your shoes.
Now, it goes without saying, we were trying to make this as low key as possible, but you've really done things very quite difficult for us.
Wait 2 hours.
No, do you? In those 2 hours, do you think that crime doesn't happen in this city? It definitely does. In fact, it could be
Well-
happening right now in front of you.
As you say that,
You know-
you hear the
Exactly.
car whistles.
You two
So-
handle this. I will handle the guards. Don't you worry.
Izumi does take out a crossbow and points at us to just like find the items now.
Okay, hold up. You see the dogs just start growling.
Nice dogs. Now,
Izumi hisses at the dogs.
now, I shouldn't need to.
Actually, wait, no, you casted sleep. All the dogs are asleep.
Yeah! The dogs are sleeping, maybe.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, because the elf
dogs would
wasn't
be
a valid
asleep.
target. That's right.
Yeah. The dogs are. Yeah, the dogs would just be asleep. So
That's awesome.
yeah, because like mastiffs don't have that many hit points. But even then, like one of them was bloodied, the other 2 were just fine, and it was more than enough to take them out and put them to sleep.
That's awesome. That's sick.
So yeah, the dogs wouldn't be growling. It would be more the dude like, okay,
Dude's growling.
uh,
He's also he is actually a furry.
no, like, hey, easy, okay, hold up. I don't want any trouble.
There is no
Uh,
trouble. We're just in the middle of an investigation / purchase. And if you would assist with this, we'll be on our way, and we'll even pay for the door. I think. I don't know. Is that what we're doing?
No.
Sure. As he go, let me just go in the back and see if I have a wand of conducting first.
I'm going to insight check this man. Is he just going to fucking lock himself in and wait for the guards to arrive?
Is Izumi just gonna fire an arrow at him? Like, I feel like Izumi would fucking just know what he's doing. Like,
Let's see. Let me check. What's his stats? What's his stats? Actually, yeah.
why does he have stats? Why doesn't he just like cop? Why does he have like?
Yeah, because he's a different stat block.
Oh, he's a fucking mice. Oh, that's sick actually. Yeah, alright, fair enough.
Yeah. Let me just go in the back. And
You're
check.
not going to get your items, are you? If you take one more step in that thing, you will be interfering with an official investigation, and we will have you arrested.
You blew up my door, and you put my dogs to sleep. What?
Izumi wants to fire an arrow like right next to his head.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We will not repeat ourselves again. Please procure the items of in question.
Okay. Okay.
I will follow you very closely behind, just in case. Because see, good
Steps
sir.
over, dog.
Sounds over the dog.
Uh,
Yeah.
the crate over there. Back shelf.
And the ledger?
Ledgers. In my office.
You saying if his office down where?
Downstairs. Okay, so as you go over to that crate,
I'm going to make a deck save.
It's a fucking mimic. Just a pet mimic. Really sick.
so yeah,
No, it's a piano from like fucking Mario 64.
Jesus.
so okay, so you go to open up the crate. The handle's stuck.
I don't like this. How do I open this?
It's a password.
What's the password?
I mean, you just barged into my shop. Why am I going to give you a password?
Leaves me fire another.
Izumi's gonna fire at him at this point.
Oh shit!
Okay. If you fire at him, okay. Okay. The pass. He looks out.
Actually, fuck it. He's stalling. I'm just gonna deck thoughts this man.
Yeah.
Detect thoughts. Several those dots. Crap. I'm being robbed.
You're not being robbed. Just tell us the password.
Okay.
This is not a robbery. This is not a robbery.
This is not a robbery. And if he's
You
like,
want passwords.
fucking have him make the save. I want to see what. Just gotta make the save so I can fucking dig that information out of him.
A wisdom save, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Scoop that shit from his fucking brain.
So DC 15. Just
14.
failed. Yeah, fuck it. What is the password? I want to know.
Password.
The password is password.
You hear two. You get two phrases that are magical. That seem to be a password of some sort. One is Forte. The other is Allegro. You're not sure which was which. His mind's just racing.
I would know what each of them mean though, because I'm.
Oh yeah, that's
'cause
right.
Forte is loud, Allegro is fast.
Yeah. Forte is loud, so you guess it's an alarm.
So yeah, Forte seems to. Zackary assumes Forte is an alarm, so he's just going to look at the box and say Allegro.
It opens up. You see a suit of armor.
That's not it. Are you lying to
And
me?
I need you to roll the initiative as a suit of animated armor comes to life.
This does not seem quite legal for an instrument shop to have. I think you may have uncovered a wider operation here, my friends.
Help! I'm being robbed! As he casts Thaumaturgy on himself. Help! I'm being robbed!
This is an illegal operation.
Let's see.
Let's switch to more appropriate battle music.
Hold up.
Hold on.
See, I got it.
All right. I was gonna put up like a fucking payday music, like some payday music.
Fuck, I do have the police assault in progress. Fucking gift.
Roll.
Okay, actually, hold on. Bard, stop the music. I got it. I
Hold
got
up.
it.
Hmm.
Well, this doesn't seem like the most legal of items for a simple instrument shop like this to have. What else do you have hidden here, I wonder?
Look, a rogue tried robbing me last time, so I had this in case someone tried to rob me again.
I hope you have a permit for this.
Actually, do.
That sounds fake. I wonder, however, what would happen if I keep touching boxes and saying the code word?
You get the feeling that was the code word to unlock the crate that was hiding the Brigoff animated armor.
Damn, it would have been really funny to just keep summoning animated objects out of the fucking thing.
Top of the round, the performer maestro. Let's see, what can this man's do? Let's see. Oh, they actually got some stuff. That's interesting. Ooh, wait. I can do this. They look at you. Okay, so they look at the three of you. Well, the two of you.
Yeah, two of you. Like, Marvel's outside.
Marvel's out. What is the range of this? Let's see. You are. Both of you are out of range. Okay, so he's going to move. 5, 10.
Is he off the grid or is the grid off? He is off the grid. Yeah.
He's off the grid because I'm clicking. Okay, so Izumi, he looks at you.
Be sleepy.
And he is going. He grabs a rubber chicken off of one of the shelves as he honks it. I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Just Tasha's
Okay.
fucking laughter.
Yeah.
So stupid. I love that.
You fail as you fall prone, laughing hysterically.
What the shit?
That rubber chicken is the funniest shit you've ever seen in your life.
This is probably the first time anyone has heard, like, Izumi express an emotion.
Yeah, that's true, fuck! What does her laugh sound like, Katya?
I have a feeling she's, like, cackling to herself, basically. She's not used to laughing.
Well, now that's an interesting sound. Also, I can't even fucking help you, because the one spell that I have that removes conditions does not end the incapacitated condition.
Okay, that is all the maestro can do.
The maestro yelled, "Help, I'm being robbed." Maramil is going to try to convince, like, whoever's hearing them that they're actually, this is a fucking, like, police prank call. They're going to activate thaumaturgy themselves and yell, "Help! I'm being robbed!"
Unfortunately, because of the shenaniganry y'all's just pulled, I'm not even gonna have y'all's rolled, because the guards are already on their way. They already heard the thunder wave, and they heard the sound of dude yelling.
Damn. So is that just like a wasted turn?
You could do something else. You could do something
Alright, that's fine then. Maramil will kind of say, well, I believe the cops are coming. Oh, well, that's a very strange sight. Were you kind of like extending like the cane to just kind of like poke you, just like.
Izumi just rolling around continuously, just cackling to herself.
Oh, well, anyways, that's you making Izumi create those unsettling sounds that she's never made before in her life. Stop that. I'm sorry, you're
Trying
very
to-
distracting, Miss Izumi.
You're trying to rob me, and they shot at me.
Well, that's because you didn't give them the item they were trying to buy. They would have given you money, by the way. That's the funniest thing about all of this. Anyways, the Blade of Baal!
Hours.
My religion has no problem with this. Give me a moment. I'm drawing a cool knife. Yeah. looks like a fucked gun. As we're going to spiritual weapon. I'm just gonna fucking roll. 20 plus. What's my spellcasting ability modifiers? +7. Does 21 hit?
21 hits.
Alright. +11 force, as like he just feels like a stab in his side with like a I'll say this is like a Karis knife, so it's got like a wavy dagger that's like you know, just like, you know, designed to rip. And as an action, what's it called?
He is no longer concentrating on Tasha Shay's laughter, so Izumi is fine now.
And I am going to Miracles Toll. Make me a wisdom save. Ooh, 12 necrotic damage.
Ow. That hurt.
Yeah. Let me see. Do I have anything else? Nope. I don't. End turn.
Okay, before Izumi's turn, because of you guys doing your shenaniganry, and because you've activated, you basically just set off shenaniganry. From. Okay, so. Unfortunately, Izumi, you are prone. And because. Friggin. False appearance, they have advantage anyway.
That's just a bunch of fucking brooms.
Animated broom attack.
This also doesn't quite seem illegal. Doesn't quite seem legal. Do you have a permit for that?
Yes, it helps me clean up, and also to help. I was robbed before.
You know, you seem awfully happy to hold conversation with your assailants. Should we just call this off, or we just buy the thing off of you?
You could have waited 2 hours, and I would have been opening up.
Well, suit yourself. Die.
Okay, so the animated broom attack. Izumi is the animate broom is going to smack you in the face. 21 to hit.
That hits.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Izumi's gonna decrease that.
Oh, fair enough.
Alrighty.
Let me
As
just get in.
you see,
No damage.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, it just smacked you upside the face. Now they get flyby, which is fun.
That's awesome. That's
They
so
now
sick.
get flyby.
Oh, that's
So it
actually
just
that makes me happy.
Flies away.
That's awesome. That makes me really happy.
So yeah, that's the broom's turn. Izumi, you're no longer cackling.
Are your vocal cords quite alright? That didn't sound natural coming from you.
No, that hurt.
I can imagine.
Izumi gets up and summons her owl. Well, her owl's already like out, so I imagine it would be like near the entrance.
Yeah.
I can't put on the map though.
Hold up. Summons and familiars. Ow. Dang it, no, it's on the wrong layer.
Familiars can use the help action on like ranged attacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The help action basically works like you can only help. You are targeting an enemy. Help to attack an enemy within 5 feet of you, but that attack can come from any range.
I can't move the owl.
What is happening? What happened to keepers?
I don't know, it was being weird.
Fucking
It
jump
didn't have-
gate, Jesus.
Okay, so Owl's gonna fly over there. Hoot hoot.
Bonus action to help, and then it would move like 5 feet away.
Have you ever seen an owl fly in someone's face? It's fucking horrifying. They're huge.
Yeah.
And Izumi's gonna have her revenge. She's gonna fire hand crossbow. Once, miss, twice, miss.
Damn.
Both men.
Cool.
Wait, you have advantage on the first one.
Right, so that's one attack. Okay, bonus action attack. Miss.
Damn!
Yeah,
Jesus!
Up. She's gonna approach him.
Step over the dogs.
You step over
Uh-huh.
the dogs.
And
If
that's
he
what-
fucking shatters or thunder waves, it's just like killing the dogs in the process.
Like, one of the dogs is already bloody right now.
Intern?
Okay.
Yeah, and turn. Izumi's just out on a revenge path of revenge right now.
Okay, before Zackary's turn. Friggin' Zackary. Unfortunately, you were also stand because also a false appearance. First attack's at advantage.
Ah, that hits.
7. Gee, both of them did 7 points of
Bludgeoning.
bludgeoning.
Oof. Okay. Okay.
And it just moves away. That's the animate broom's turn. Zackary.
You know what time it is? It is a 40-foot cube. Man, Slow has such a fucking big range.
It does.
Yeah, you can just get everybody. You can just get
It's
everybody.
all creatures of my choice within the 40-foot cube. I want all of them to make me a wisdom save against Slow.
Okay. Former Maestro. He succeed. Animated armor. Fails. And the animated brooms of attack. Let's see. Both of them, yeah. Everybody except for the Maestro are now slowed.
Cool.
Pretty good.
Let me double check.
It doesn't
something.
matter because they all have one attack.
I mean, -2 to AC, movement speed reduced by half.
No, the animated armor has 2 attacks now. So it just has 1 attack.
Takes penalty, and it can't use reactions. So I'm just gonna move. What's it called? I'm gonna move. Like, are these how tall are these shelves, or are these just like desks?
These are basically like desks.
No, I'm just gonna flip over this one. Alright. 25, 30. I believe as a Damphir I have 35? Question mark?
Yes.
Yes, 35 foot of movement. I'm gonna move my right on 35. Did he gesture where his office is at?
Downstairs, he said.
Downstairs.
Upstairs?
So it'll be down these stairs.
Yeah, okay. Zackary has an idea in mind. So you're saying you have a permit for all of these, don't you?
Yes, but I'm not telling you where, because you are now trying to rob me. I don't want you.
I just want the ledger and the fucking one. No, he doesn't actually say that. But he will look over at.
But
He will look over at Izumi and Maramil. Sorry, I accidentally triggered the fucking thing before I wanted to say my thing. He will look over at Izumi and Maramil and say, "Find a permit, destroy it, he'll get arrested."
sounds like a plan.
He did that telepathically, so the old boy doesn't know the what we're planning. So that's my action. Bonus action, I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Izumi. He's not actually gonna call out Izumi by name, but he will say, please, show this gentleman that we were here on official business and now we're here on a personal business. Sir, the ledger.
But I will, gladly.
So that's it for Zackary.
Okay. However, because these guys rolled higher, friggin' A. Yeah, because their dex is higher than the animated armor. But they still rolled low. Friggin'. The first of the guards is on the scene.
Do they see the fucking child in front of them?
Yeah, the guard captain, and then you just hear like 6 other. Sabiri just hears like 6 other people are just marching behind, like. They rolled lower. They rolled like 4s.
I would assume this is like a shopping district, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Samira is going to pretend to have been like just kind of like looking around from like left to right and sees the guards and kind of like waves them over. Excuse me, guards! Guards!
We heard the explosion.
There were multiple. I think that one's being robbed right now. Pointing at just like another door.
Looks over at Sabiri, sees that okay, maybe a deception check would be.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Go, Samira, go, go, go! No!
Let's see. Almost rolled on the Mastiff's sheet. Guard captain. Yeah, there's a new stat block for guard captains now.
Yeah, there's like a fuck ton of humanoid stat sheets now, which is really cool.
Let's see. Okay. Insight check for the guard captain. Guard captain.
Damn!
5.
Oh, damn!
They are
Listen, you can't-
proficient in. Okay. Well, they said it's 300 feet, but they don't know exactly where within
Yeah.
300 feet.
It's kind of hard to pinpoint the. Like, it's kind of hard to pinpoint like the origin of noise even within your 5 feet. Like, if Katya's Discord pings like go off, I sometimes think it comes from my computer, even though we're on the opposite side of the room. So, I would
Well,
imagine a 300 feet noise would be difficult.
currently they just. Well, stay here. We're going to investigate this place first, and then we'll search out that other building. The rest of my men will split off. Stay put, man.
Thank you, miss.
They use their action to dash over there. No bonus actions. That's all the guard captain can do.
Yeah! Samira in clutch, baby.
Animated armor, who is now slowed. Clank. 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 That's all he can do. Oh wait, action. Dash. Clank. Clank. That's its turn.
Some save at
So
the end.
very just yeah. Animated armor save at the end. No.
Damn.
It's animated armor. What do you think is
It is mine. Yeah, they do a fucking -4. Jesus.
You'd have to roll like a nat 20 to break out of it, probably. Even then.
But where are the rest of the guards, by the way?
They are essentially they're like right behind.
Okay. So she says her men were splitting off. Does that mean that like some of the men are still going to try to like investigate this building?
Yes.
How many of them? You said there were like 6, so like how many of them look like they're going to?
3 of them are gonna look at this house. at this building. The other ones are going to look over at that one. So
Miri is going to run up to the three who are about to, like, you know, attempt to, like, you know, check out this house, and she's going to just fucking cry. She's going to bawl her fucking eyes out. Basically forcing them to, like, have to deal with this kid first. She is still, like, what's it called, 16, and she is a fucking elf, so she definitely looks the part. I mean, she is the part, but still.
give me a performance check or a deception check.
Huh? Not proficient in either of them. Let's go. 22! That's right! My girl! I love my girl! Beautiful fucking... This is a horrible child.
She was probably ready to cry from like
The stress
anyway,
anyway, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make 3 insight checks for the guards.
Mm-hmm.
If one of them makes it, the guards will... I will say the guards will not see through the ruse.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, insight checks for the guards.
I really love the fucking new art as well, like, holy shit.
No, they just believe her, like...
Are any of them good with kids?
Actually, roll me 3d6.
Alright.
The third one, she actually goes into a belt pouch, pulls out some item interaction, pulls out a bag of sweets.
You know Samira is going to make that even fucking harder from them by, like, you know, pretending to be scared because you're not supposed to accept sweets from strangers and cry even fucking harder.
Like, it's alright. It's alright. Don't need to worry.
I'm not supposed. No, go away, stranger. I need.
Any bonus action from her?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's Samira's turn, baby.
how would Maramil react to that? Actually,
The archers look at each other like,
okay, so he's in the know.
Yeah. Have to waste their turn trying to, like, fix her.
Actually, yeah, friggin' the one guard who actually knows how to deal with kids, will just like go up to Samira and get down on a level. Actually, yeah, they go. Yeah, they're gonna make yeah, they just gonna make like a general charisma check to kind of reassure her, like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. So number 3. Where's Mom?
They got low. I'm gonna laugh so fucking much.
Thanks.
Oh my god, yeah. I feel like that would just cause the other 2 guards to realize, oh no, like the girl's having a hard time here.
Yeah, they just gonna look. Actually, the other 2 guards, they gotta make insight checks again. Like, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Wait, no, they can't. Wait, they have a +0 wisdom. They literally can't beat the 22. Samira is too fucking good at this. Traumatized child, baby.
Friggin'.
We're good at this sort of thing.
Friggin'. They waste their turns trying to figure out what's going on. The performer maestro, who is being surrounded Current Thaumaturgy is still up, mind you, because it's not concentration. So yeah. Friggin' Former Maestro. Yeah, he doesn't want to hurt people. He just wants folks to leave him alone right now. So he's not going to use any of his actual attacks that will do damage to people's, because he can.
Give us a fucking thanks, bro. Just trying to do our shit.
Help!
If any of these dogs die in the process, I'm using animate dead.
The dogs die in the process. Actually, you know what? Friggin' dude's got decent moves. So he's gonna disengage. And funny thing about these guys, oh boy, they got cutting actions too.
Maybe.
So action dash, cutting action, dash again. So do. Oh! These nut jobs blew up my door. They're trying to rob me. Help! The guards just immediately look up. Like, oh crap!
We're not going to finish this encounter before the end of this session. Marijn's going to come back and be so fucking confused.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go to the festival. Meanwhile, oh yeah, let's rob this dude. Blam! You just break down his door. If you waited 2 hours, he would have just sold it to you.
The start of the session is gonna be Malum coming back, and as he's walking back, he just passes by this street.
Yeah.
There was a call. Hey, we told him, we even tried to give him, we will try to spin a little tale, of like, hey, we're looking into the murder of the Maxios, we believe you may have sold instruments to them, can we take a look? And, he wanted to be a bit difficult about it.
He wanted to go back to sleep.
He would have gone back
I respect that.
He would have gone back to sleep if he would have just assisted us.
Like, he was gonna say like, hey, if you slid under the warrant, I'll read it. I'll probably let you in if you guys are investigating stuff. Other than that, I'm going back to bed. It's 4 in the morning, my guy.
Dude still has balls to have his front door busted open, having bolts shot at his face, and he's still just staying relatively calm.
Yeah, Mans was robbed before. He was like, no, frig these guys, because he's former adventurer. He's not dealing with dudes trying to bust up his place. Now he's got security, quote unquote security, in the form of 3 dogs and 3 animated objects. Which is the dumbest thing, because the dogs would have gave you some trouble. Well, they would have been like a hindrance at the most. But yeah. Well, our intrepid daggers. How our intrepid daggers get out of this mess that they found themselves in. Will they be arrested for aggravated assault and attempted breaking and entering? Find out next session on Keepa's Daggers of Darkhold.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And remember, always give up your belongings when they ask.
Exactly. Every single time you're being robbed by 3 mysterious men and a weird child, always give them all of the things they asked for. Otherwise, this will happen.
But
Yeah, no, friggin' day.
Goodbye, buddy.
Also, check out my blue sky.
Check
Same
out
here.
all our socials. We'll be linking them from now on so that people can see stuff. But yeah, bye y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.